Hi there. My name is ML. Thank you for joining me here at Healing After Loss, a show where we talk about all the different kinds of losses that we end up grieving. You may have lost a loved one, a human being in your family, or a friend. You may have lost a pet. You may have lost a job or some other significant life event. You may have you may have lost an item of hugely sentimental value to you, and you had no idea that you might be grieving that sweater that your mother always wore, or something like that. So we're here to talk about those things. I read from this book, Healing After Loss, Meditations for Working Through Grief by Martha Whitmore Hickman. I do have a link below where you can acquire your own copy of this for not too much money if you are so inclined. But I'm here every Wednesday, and I read from whatever today's Wednesday date is. Today is 30 July 2025. You may not be watching it on 30 July 2025, but hopefully this will have some meaning for you. And if it does, if you like what you're seeing, if you would please watch all of the episodes that are up and subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. If you have anything to say, I'd love to have a conversation with you. So please comment and then share the link where you found me with your friends. I know that a lot of us are grieving a lot of different things, so I'd like this to reach that audience. So thanks. Today, 30 July. In the point of rest, at the center of our being, we encounter a world where all things are at rest in the same way. Then a tree becomes a mystery, a cloud, a revelation, each man a cosmos of whose riches we can only catch glimpses. The life of simplicity is simple, but it opens to us a book in which we never get beyond the first syllable. Dag Hammarskjöld, and I apologize to Dag if I've mispronounced your name, but I don't have any Nordic background, and I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that name. Sorry. Simplicity is not the tenor of life for most of us. We rush around tending to work, to household, to family and friends. But there are times, particularly after we have been through some pivotal experience, like the death of a loved one, when we are conscious of the point of rest at the center of our being. Whom do we meet there? The Christian tradition speaks of the communion of saints, by which is meant not only those who have lived unblemished lives, a very small gathering, but all who have lived and died, or are living now, and even the souls of the yet unborn. Each of us has his or her own chosen community of love, and we may find some healing, some rest, if in quiet interludes we can settle into that center of our being and call to us the spirits of our loved ones. In the community of love, all are at home. So, here's what I get out of today's reading, and please, if you get something different out of today's reading, by all means, comment. Let's have a conversation. How this touches me. I have been rushing around, tending to work, to household, to family and friends. I have been very, very busy in the past few weeks. I did a little bit of downsizing. I went through my wardrobe. the reason I mentioned a mother's favorite sweater is because in going through my wardrobe, I ran across a sweater that had belonged to Mommy back when she was still with us. And after she left us, I acquired a few articles of her clothing, most of which my first pass through my wardrobe, I said, I'm keeping it because it was Mommy's. I think through a second or third pass, I might let go of one or two of those items. But Mommy's sweater is in such disrepair. It's crocheted. I don't know by whom. I think it was a mass-produced sweater, but it's crocheted. It's fraying at both sleeve hems a lot. It's missing some buttons. It's fraying at the shoulder seams. It's not something that I ever would have chosen for myself in my life had I been shopping. I don't know where Mommy acquired it. I just know that it was hers. And after I lost her, I wore it enough that the cats decided that it was theirs. And that's why it's fraying so badly. Because I would wear it and they would paw at me and it became the cat's binky, I guess. So now that I've lost Mommy and both cats, that sweater, that one sweater, is really significant to me. And it's an item that I do not want to lose because I don't want to lose its significance for me. But I have to find moments like this where I can talk about that sweater and its significance for me, but also moments where I'm okay in the center of my being. I can have the memories of Mommy, of the cats, how they relate to that sweater, and just sit in the calm, the simplicity of the center of my being, where I somehow don't even get past the first syllable of sweater, where I'm just engulfed by an item, a physical thing that gives me peace and joy and sadness and grief. That one item I'm able to access both physically in person, but also in my memories, in the center of my being. I don't know if this conversation is helpful for you today. I hope that it is. Please, if you have anything to say, I would love to hear from you. Let me read the meditation. In the community of love, all are at home. So I'll leave you with that. If it helped you find a home, that's fantastic. I'm so grateful. Until next week, treat yourself kindly. Take care of yourself. And go with grace. And I'll see you next week.